Welcome back to this Lenten devotional series based on Mark's Gospel. Yesterday we read about Jesus' struggling prayers in the Garden of Gethsemane. For day 34, we'll read the rest of that story, Mark 14:37-42. He came and found them sleeping, and he said to Peter, "Simon, are you asleep? Could you not watch 1 hour? Watch and pray that you may not enter temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." And again he went away and prayed, saying the same words. And again he came and found them sleeping, for their eyes were very heavy, and they did not know what to answer him. And he came the third time and said to them, "Are you still sleeping and taking your rest? It is enough. The hour has come. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. See, my betrayer is at hand." This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Have you been to the Holy Land? If so, then you've surely been to the Garden of Gethsemane. It sits halfway down the slope of the Mount of Olives with a view across the valley to the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. When you see the massive, wizened olive trees there, you can't help but wonder if they're the same ones that grew back then. And sure enough, they may well be that old. Some of us have literally been to that garden, but all of us have been to that place, a place of darkness, where our prayer is confused and struggling, and where we badly need prayer support from friends, or where we've been the friends who've come along to pray. Jesus got there himself. It's amazing, really. The Son of God, who always seemed to soar in prayer, struggled in prayer that night and urgently wanted support, only to find his supporters very hit and miss, mostly miss. They were asleep each time he checked back in. It's not like he was surprised. He knew the weakness of the flesh that had feasted, along with a good bit of wine, and how slumbers come. But still, his need for support was real, and so too was his disappointment in their weakness. Disappointment marked by how he addressed Peter, not by his nickname Peter the Rock, but by his given name Simon. He was the same vacillating Simon Jesus first called. Peter's old self was still hanging on. About 100 years ago, a church was built in the Garden of Gethsemane with a design that captures the darkness of the place. In the center is a flat rock where tradition says Jesus struggled in prayer through the night. The walls are dark and the lighting is low. Even the windows are deeply hewed so that little light comes in. But the low light inside is just right to reveal how even the shadows are captured up into the good news of what Jesus has done. The dimness of the church portrays the poignant night when Jesus felt so distant from the Father and yet mysteriously was right in the center of the Father's will. Hear the good news even in this hard part of the story. Because Jesus has gone before us to the dark places of life, our own eyes can adjust as his eyes did to the ways God can work even there. We won't try to explain it, but it does help to know it and to look to Jesus in the shadows from our own shadows. Here are a couple of questions to ponder as you look back over these verses. Have you ever been desperate for prayer support? Did you ask for help? What happened? Have you ever offered prayer support only to fall asleep on the job? How would you talk with the Lord about that? God bless you.